Your counter, Neil, was $150,000 or 15%.
With guaranteed payback over 3 years.
Done. There you go.
There you go. Come on in.
Robert Herjavec has established himself as a shrewd investor on Shark Tank. In this video, we've compiled his most successful Shark Tank deals. Let's get started. Number 4. Buttercloth.
Hi, Sharks. My name's Gary Falkenberg.
I'm Dan Trent. We are from Long Beach, California.
And we are Buttercloth. Sharks, we're seeking $250,000 for 10% interest in our company.
Don Tran and Gary Falkenberg pitched their business, Buttercloth, which they claim to be the world's most comfortable shirt. During the pitch, Don explained that he had designed clothes for Barbie dolls after taking fashion classes at a community college. He went on to become head designer at Affliction Clothing for 10 years, but always found dress shirts to be stiff and scratchy. This led him to invent a dress shirt that felt more like a soft t-shirt, using a special blend of 100% long fiber cotton and a unique manufacturing process.
Dan, tell us your story.
I grew up in Vietnam. My mom, my dad run a tailor shop in Vietnam. And when I was 10, I make my own clothes. My mom pulled me aside, say, fashion business is very poor career. I want you to be a lawyer or a doctor. But my dream is want to come to America to be a fashion designer. And my first job in fashion business was working for Mattel, making clothes for Barbie dolls.
The Sharks were impressed with the product, but had concerns about customer acquisition costs. Currently, Buttercloth spends about $40 to acquire a customer, which some of the Sharks find too high. Mark was the first Shark to go out.
That money is more valuable for advertising
Marketing.
than it is for more SKUs and refreshing SKUs.
Preach it, Mark. He is so right.
Yeah, that's a challenge. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Lori Grenier thought Buttercloth would compete with some of her other lines, citing a conflict of interest, and she went out as well. Charles Barkley felt it was too risky and bowed out, leaving Robert Herjavec as the last Shark standing.
I've learned a lot in the last couple of years about the clothing business because I just decided I wanted to make the clothes that I was wearing on Shark Tank the last couple of years. And so many people have been asking me for the outfits I was wearing that I'm already have my feet into that. And I just don't think it would be fair to you to take on another one. So I'm out.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Guys, I do know the clothing business is cutthroat. And I'm not willing at this point to put up the money, so I'm out.
Thank you.
One Shark left. Robert, what are you doing?
However, Robert Herjavec was interested and saw potential in the company's online marketing strategy, so he made an offer.
I like it. I'll give you the $250,000, but I want 25%.
Don initially countered Robert's offer, but eventually he and his partners agreed to the deal.
Robert, I accept your offer, Robert.
Congratulations, Dan. That's awesome, isn't it? That's the best reaction ever.
Since this deal, the company's annual revenue has increased from $500,000 to $6 million. Number 3. The Books Company.
Hello, Sharks. I'm John, and I'm so excited to introduce to you today the world's most genuine online floral solution, the Books Company.
In 2014, entrepreneur John Tavis pitched his online flower sales business, the Books Company, in hopes of securing an investment from the Sharks. The company aimed to simplify the process of buying flowers online, which Tavis described as unpleasant, by offering a $40 flat fee for all bouquets with no additional delivery charges or upsells.
Selling lovely flowers to be sent to the lovely people in our lives, Lori and Barbara. These are for you.
What a
Wow.
schmoozer.
Man after my own heart.
That's our Desperado bouquet, and this is our Diamonds
You know
bouquet.
how to suck up to me, baby, and I love it.
Those real or are they fake?
They're real. They're beautiful.
Oh, wow, they smell great.
Books sources and ships all its flowers from sustainable Ecuadorian farms that reside on a live volcano, which saves storage, energy, and waste costs and appeals to people's green sensibilities. In addition to the flat fee pricing structure, the Books Company offers subscription-based services that deliver flowers monthly or on designated special occasions.
So this business
Yeah, they're
is
real and
working
they're
because
fresh.
there are really major consumer pain points in this industry. It says $19.99, you check out at $64.50. What's up with that? Bait and switch product. You see a photo, it's not what arrives. And this is flowers. This is supposed to feel good. There's a solution, and the solution is Books. Books are bouquets simplified. Now there's three things that we do to really make our business special. The first, we have one price. It's $40, including shipping. There are no care and handling charges. The second thing we do differently is we ship straight from eco-friendly, sustainable farms.
After some initial chatter, Kevin O'Leary took issue with the valuation, and when John revealed that he had already secured $1.1 million in seed funding from another investor, Mark Cuban went out.
You said you raised 13,000 friends and family. Have you raised any money since then?
We closed the seed round in May of $1.1 million.
At what valuation?
That was a 5.2 post money.
To me, that's a huge problem. I don't like to be just one of many. I don't like to be dumb money. And for that reason, I'm out.
Lori Grenier believed that the large flower companies would copy the model if it worked, and Robert Herjavec cited the high valuation in his decision to go out. Barbara Corcoran disliked the name and went out.
All right, look, $258,000 for 3%. I mean, it's such a small, irrelevant amount to what you've already raised. I have a challenge with that. And I don't know if your competitive advantage is sustainable. I'm out.
He had to leave the Shark Tank without securing any deals. But 3 years later, the Books Company received a request for assistance from Robert Herjavec for his upcoming wedding. Herjavec was highly impressed with the company's flowers and operations, prompting him to become involved. This partnership resulted in the Books Company securing an extra $85 million in funding. Today, the company's farm network cultivates nearly 2 billion blooms, employs 10,000 individuals, and manages 4,000 acres of flourishing flower fields. Since its inception, the Books Company has successfully delivered over 30 million flowers. Number 2. Mensch on a Bench.
Hello, Sharks. My name's Neil Hoffman from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm here asking for $150,000 for 10% of my company.
Neil entered the tank with a humorous presentation of his Mensch on a Bench line of Hanukkah giftware. He explained that his kids wanted an elf on the shelf when they saw it in the store. After explaining to them that they don't do that because they're Jewish, he came up with the idea for Mensch on a Bench. His educational holiday line is great for kids, teaching them about Hanukkah and all of its traditions.
Christmas time is the hardest time to be a Jewish child. But just because our religion is over 5,000 years old doesn't mean that we can't add some more Funukkah to Hanukkah. Introducing the Mensch on a Bench.
Neil was able to sell a single unit for a price ranging between $29.99 and $34.99, with a production cost of $7.45. Despite the high profit margins, the Sharks were concerned about the risk associated with seasonal inventory. However, they did not dwell on it for too long. During his pitch to the Sharks, Neil claimed that his company was capable of achieving $930,000 in gross sales and a net profit of $250,000. He also provided an extensive list of retail stores where his products were to be stocked, such as Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, and Barnes & Noble.
I don't want to sell a seasonal product, I want to sell a seasonal brand. And I'm a huge fan of yours, Kevin, and I know some of the things you hate. You hate inventory.
He hates everything, Neil.
Neil, you know there's an inventory issue because you have to have the product there for those that want to buy it, but you've got to guesstimate right how many are going to be there to buy it.
So what I've done with the retailers this year is they are buying it FOB China. So the retailers take possession of all the inventory. We're not taking the risk.
Kevin O'Leary determined that the company was not a suitable investment and viewed it as a hobby rather than a legitimate brand, resulting in his withdrawal from the deal. Mark Cuban followed suit and also decided to decline to invest for similar reasons.
My issue right now, we keep on asking you how you're going to turn it into a company, and you keep on talking about wanting to have IP. It seems like you want to grow yourself into bankruptcy. It's great to have big ambitions, but you got to get there. You've got the cart before the horse. I'm out.
Robert Herjavec and Lori Grenier decided to team up to make an offer. It was 3 times lower in imputed valuation than Neil came in asking for from the Sharks. Here's the offer they made.
We're going to offer you $150,000, but we want 30%.
Neil made a counteroffer proposing $150,000 for a 15% equity stake and promising to repay the amount within 3 years. However, Barbara Corcoran politely interrupted and presented her own offer. She offered to give $150,000 for a 20% equity stake. Just as Barbara finished explaining her offer, Robert and Lori accepted Neil's counteroffer.
Your counter, Neil, was $150,000 for 15%.
With guaranteed payback over 3 years.
Done.
Done.
There you go.
There you go. Come on in.
After appearing on the show, the company continued to generate millions of dollars in annual revenue. New products for the Jewish community are continuously being developed and launched on a seasonal basis. The company sold over $7 million in retail sales in just 5 years. Number 1. SandCloud.
Sharks, my name's Brandon. I'm Steven. And I'm Bruno, and we're the owners of SandCloud. Today we're seeking an investment of $200,000 in exchange for 8% of our company.
Bruno Aschimanini, Steve Ford, and Brandon Leibel present their business, SandCloud, on Shark Tank. The line offers plush beach towels with built-in pillows. The towels are 38 by 68 inches and are made from 100% Turkish cotton. They use Instagram and Snapchat to promote their brand and rely on their 10,000-plus ambassadors to help spread the word.
And worse yet, not so wonderful.
What are you thinking? You think there's a chance in hell you're getting 200 grand from me? I'm out.
The towels feature a pillow insert that provided additional comfort while lying on the sand. The trio started their business with a successful Kickstarter campaign in 2014 that raised $15,623. The Sharks were impressed with SandCloud's sales numbers. In 2016, the company made $2.4 million in sales. Mark Cuban made offers, but the entrepreneurs didn't like them.
I'm going to make you an offer. It needs to be worthwhile for me, and it needs to be worthwhile for you. So I'm going to offer you $400K, but I need 25%, so we're all in the game together.
We think that 25% is a little more than we want to give away.
Okay.
So we would like to hear what the other sharks have to offer before we give you an answer.
I'm out.
Robert Herjavec ultimately decided to make an offer, which was accepted by the entrepreneurs. Robert liked the product and the numbers, but also appreciated the founders' vision for the brand.
That will still take me 3.5 years to get my money back. It's not great.
All right, guys, I'll make the same offer. I gotta tell you, I don't really believe in it as a towel. I don't get it. I made an investment in a similar company, Ugly Christmas Sweaters. They are doing exactly what you're doing. They're building a lifestyle brand online. They were doing $600,000. We did $17 million last year. I've learned that business inside out. Doesn't matter what I think about the product. You guys are killing it.
So what do you guys want to do?
Robert, we'll accept your deal.
Thanks, guys.
After appearing on Shark Tank, SandCloud experienced a surge in website traffic, with over 13,000 hits in one day, compared to a previous high of 600. They used their investment from Robert to improve the website and increase inventory, and with his help, they were able to grow their sales to over $7 million. Robert has proven he knows when to invest in a company. However, he also knows when not to. Click now to watch Shark Tank scammers called out by Robert Herjavec.